Dr. Frederick Cook, the controversial explorer and physician, made some interesting claims of having encountered giants among the Ona people of Patagonia during his Belgica expedition in 1896–97. His photographs and notes, which I recently discovered in online publications, I feel, might offer some explanation to the endless stories of giants in that part of the world, that actual tribes averaging 6 feet tall for men, with some individuals 6–1/2 and even 7 to 1 feet tall indeed existed. Back in January 2015 I stumbled upon old photos in a newspaper from 1899 showing how tall some of the Patagonian Ona tribesmen were. I sent the image to the Search for the Lost Giants Facebook page. The photo of what appeared to be two nearly 7-foot-tall Ona Indians, next to one of the shipmates from the Belgica expedition, raised immense curiosity in my mind. Incidentally, Dr. Cook and most of his shipmates were from 5 feet 8 inches to 6 feet tall. I later found a February 1938 interview in Popular Photography magazine, with Dr. Frederick Cook, and in this interview he claimed the Ona tribe he met in 1897 were from 6 to 7–1/2 feet tall, wore animal skins, had horse endurance and bull strength, and lived in simple wigwam huts made of tree branches. One of the amazing photographs he took featured a man 7 feet 2 inches tall, and another of a woman 6 feet 6 inches in height. The people Dr. Cook photographed in 1897 were the Onas, or Selknam Nation, a nearly extinct people who were mercilessly pushed off the land, and massacred by new-coming settlers in the 19th century. The tall, and impressively built Selknam, averaging somewhere around 5 feet 10 to 6 feet for most males, they wore long fur pelts, lived in stick huts, and carried bows and arrows. These were ultimate survivors, and among the most primitive tribes in all of the Americas. So primitive were the Fuegians and Patagonian tribes, that Charles Darwin himself had some surprisingly harsh words to describe these peoples. Wild men, cannibals, absolutely naked, the most miserable state of barbarism, and etc. I shall not repeat what Darwin had to say in entirety. So wild, and intimidating a people to the early Europeans, could the fabled stories of giants, or even wild hairy men, be in part, based upon such encounters with these strange, but terribly misunderstood, and now exterminated indigenous tribes? Perhaps. We have some legends among indigenous persons in North America regarding the cannibal red-headed giants, in addition to some historical accounts of the tall and powerful Karankawa, also alleged cannibals. I think these fierce and powerful types may have left a lasting impression on neighboring tribes, and later European colonists, that they became the bogeymen, and wild giants the stuff of fairy tales. We need to remember, the average height of the Spanish, English, and early navigators of the 16th to 18th century was about 5 feet 5 or 5 feet 6 inches tall, and that was almost a head shorter than the Tehuelche tribe of Patagonia, who averaged about 6 feet for men, and some even 6 feet 6 inches. And now, with the revelation of Dr. Frederick Cook's notes, there is yet more evidence of some individuals up to 7 feet 4 among the Selknam, Ona tribe, existing right up into the turn of the century.